Are you having a bad day? Maybe a week? A month? A whole year? Well, if the answer to that question is yes for you, I have something that is guaranteed to make you more happy. There are a group of people out there who are more miserable than you will ever be in your whole life. And that is anyone who is currently a fan of Hollow Knight and is waiting for Silksong to be released. Now, if you're someone who is a returning viewer to the Lua to the Moon channel, I'm pretty sure me saying that might make you a little bit confused. You may be wondering to yourself, wait, did you talk about this already? And the answer to that question is yes. Back then, I ended up making a video basically just talking about one YouTube channel that I ended up finding, where it's this guy who, he basically made it his whole mission to document every single day if there does any Silksong news that comes out. And I know that's something that's not really that unique. There's a lot of YouTube channels out there who does that exact same things for different types of games and franchise out there. But this one was just so interesting to me because this guy was really dedicated. It's been such a long time since he ended up missing a day that I just had to go and talk about it. Well, here's the thing. Me talking about that topic was probably one of the most biggest mistakes that I could ever make in my whole tiny, not really that impressive at all YouTube career. Ever since I ended up looking into that, I kind of got like sucked in to the Silksong community, which is something that is very interesting because I'm someone who never really beat Hollow Knight. I have played Hollow Knight before, but it's just one of those games that I'm pretty sure we all have one where you're playing the game, you're enjoying it, you think it's amazing, but you just don't finish the game. I don't really know the reason why I dropped it. I'm pretty sure something that I was more interested in ended up releasing at the time, or maybe I just got bored and put the game down and say I'll finish it later, but later never came. I never finished Hollow Knight. I got halfway through. But I am so deep into the Silksong community that it's crazy. So for the past few years, these people have kind of been stuck inside of just this one infinite cycle, a Dormammu loop. And it's basically that every single time when anything comes out, I'm talking about like a Nintendo Direct, a PlayStation State of Play, if Xbox is hosting the event, if just anything that has to do with gaming and brand new games get announced, you will always have thousands of Hollow Knight fans standing up going like, this is the one. I know last time, we said this like a couple years ago, absolutely nothing happened, but this time, this is going to be different. This time, it's totally real. Tomorrow for sure. And this has been something that has been happening for such a long time that I think everyone on the internet is now aware of this. The main reason why I wanted to go and revisit this topic is because of this tweet right here released by Geoff Keighley. Now, I'm pretty sure if you're someone who's just kinda in the gaming community, you are aware of who Geoff Keighley is. He's someone who hosts the Game Awards and a lot of other game events throughout the year. And not so long ago, it was Gamescom. And kinda just like how every single time when a brand new gaming event came, thousands of Hollow Knight fans were saying Silksong is about to be revealed. And shocking to absolutely no one, Silksong was not revealed. And Geoff Keighley ended up releasing this tweet. Now, the fact that the Silksong community, being known as clowns, is now something that even like normies are talking about, which I hate just using that words, but there's really like no other words to put it. Like, this is the point where it's like mainstream, and it's not something that only chronically online people are talking about. Well, yeah, those people are still chronically online, but they're not as bad as like Silksong fans are talking about it. That is just crazy to me. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I have kind of just 100% lost hope. I don't think this game is real anymore. I've kind of like reached a point that tons of people reach with Elden Ring. It was one point where it was just so long that so much people thought that Elden Ring wasn't real. I think we even had like big YouTubers like Moist Critical proudly saying that. And I'm kind of reaching that point with Silksong, man. I don't even know if this game exists anymore. Now, the original theory that I ended up saying back then, and the last time I ended up talking about this, was that Silksong was going to release at the ending of this year, and it was going to be announced like at the Game Awards. Or if that's not gonna happen, Team Cherry's gonna do like a silent release, and just randomly out of nowhere, they're going to release a launch trailer on their YouTube channel, announce it on Twitter, and then the game is going to release rather the same day, or maybe like in next week or something. I really thought they were gonna do like a Hades 2 shadow drop. But man, I don't even know if that's the case anymore. I don't think this game is going to come out at the end of this year. I don't even think it's going to come out next year. My new theory is like around 2026 because it has been so long since the last I seen my son. I'm sorry, I know that was just extremely cringe and not funny. I just had to go and bring it up. The community is just so desperate at this point that some of them have even decided to go and boycott Silksong. Yeah, this is something that you can see on the community tab and a thing that some big Hollow Knight YouTubers ended up talking about a couple months ago. There's a group of fans who are like, we need to boycott Silksong. But I don't know how you boycott something that doesn't exist. And I'm going to be honest, I don't even know if this game is even going to release. Even though I literally just said a couple seconds ago that I think the game is going to come out at 2026. For the sake of me being positive, I think I'm still going to keep my original two theories. And I really think what's going to happen is that this game is going to be announced at the Game Awards at the end of this year. And it's probably going to be the first announcement, but I think it could probably be big enough to be the last announcement. Like before the show ends, Jeff Keighley is going to be like, we got one more announcement, and that announcement is going to be Hollow Knight Silksong, and then the game is going to release rather a couple days after the Game Awards or early next year. That is my theory. I'm locking it in. That's what I think is going to happen. I think this has a higher chance to happen than the Shadow Drop. I still think the Shadow Drop has a high chance to happen, but I think my original theory, that's probably going to be the one that's going to be right. So I'm going to lock that in. I know me making predictions are really dangerous, but the last time I talked about this, I was kind of like, I don't know. But this time, we're locking in. That's my theory. So let's see if I'm right. It's going to be announced at the Game Awards, and it's going to be the last thing they're going to show before the show ends. Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to go and talk about this again. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night.